This episode of FUM0009 machining is dedicated to beer. I'm going to test some non-alcoholic beers. Well, there are two reasons for this episode. One, I like beer. The second, it's more related to machining than, for example, champagne or cognac. I think beer belongs together with machining. Okay, well, there is a third why it's non-alcoholic, but let's not go into that. I'm not able to consume alcohol. I have a genetic failure which makes me so that I become really ill with alcohol. So, this is all about non-alcoholic beers. And because I live in Germany at the moment, there is a variety of different non-alcoholic beers available. I have altogether 11 different types. This first episode covers 6 of them. There will be later on another episode with the rest 5. And maybe some more if I find any. But this was just collected from the local food grocery. So, the tools for doing this is a glass. This is not an ordinary beer glass, it's for white wine, but it's neutral if you think about wine or beer. It's not for Weiss beer, wheat beer, not for Pils type of beer. It's all wrong for all of these, so it's neutral. The second tool we need is, of course, the bottle opener. And then I'm going to drink all of them and enjoy. Well, I'm going to I'm not a professional beer drinker, but I know what I like, and I can tell whether the beer is bitter, sweet, or something in between. It's very easy to tell whether it is hazy or whether it is clear. And you can also see whether it produces foam or not. And then there is one aspect into a beer which is seldomly told. When you drink beer, it makes you burp. And this burp can have an aroma. Some of these beers produce a distinctive aroma. I can tell from the burp what was the beer I was drinking. Yeah. And some of these don't produce a burp at all. Well, that can happen. So, let's go on and take some beer. So, the first beer to be tested is Klausthaler. Das ist Klausthaler Extra Herb. So, let's see what kind of sound is there. Oh, this is direct from my fridge, so it doesn't, so now let's see how it goes into this glass. It seems to be lager, so no Weiss beer, Weizen. Okay. So when we look at it, it looks quite clear actually, and well, not a lot of foam. Quite little of that. So let's see how it tastes. Okay, burp is quite no aroma in burp. So probably added carbon dioxide in this one. It's not through fermentation, I believe. Let's see. It's definitely a beer, but it doesn't have any strong aroma in any direction. Well, I would say not bitter, not sweet. Well, if you like a beer that doesn't taste a lot, so this is, well, a little bit in the bitter side, but if you read the extra herb, I have been tasting more bitter beers than this one. There goes the first half liter. Okay. At least it produces, well, a burp, but, well, it's not bad, but it's not really good either. So, this was the first one. Let's see what the others are like. Second beer to be tested is Licher. This one is non-alcoholic Weiss beer, Weizen. And let's see how the bottle opens now. Oh, a lot more, quite a lot of sound in that one. Now let's take the glass and see how it does. These Weiss beers can produce a lot of foam. Really a lot of it. Let's see how this does. Oh yeah. Oi. Spilling it on the floor. Okay. So, what I can tell about this, it's hazy. This means that this is, I don't know the correct English term, but it's the surface beer. And there are small yeast particles in the beer. I'm assuming, yeah, I don't need to assume, I can taste it. So you can see quite a lot of foam, even though I was really careful when I put the beer in this glass. So, let's taste it. Yeah. And now the burp has aroma. Well, the taste is somewhat mild, a little bit in the, I would say, in the sweet side. It's not at all bitter. Weiss beers usually aren't bitter. They are, well, more in the sweet side or something else I cannot quite put my hand on it. It's Weiss beer, and this one is actually quite good. Well, it produces a burp which has a good aroma, and the beer is tasting really beer. It doesn't have strong taste, but it tastes good. This one is really, really, really good. And a nice solid foam. Well, that was the second beer of these non-alcoholic beers I'm going to test. So 1 liter done. I'm still having 8.5 liters to do. Okay, to the next one. So, the third beer we are going to test is a German Pils type of a beer. It's Jever. Jever FUM. Pilsener alcohol-free. So then should be non-alcoholic. So first the sound of when you pull off the... Oh, nothing much. Doesn't make no great sounds there. And then let's see. Doesn't foam a lot. Very little foam, actually. Well, you have some foam. First thing, it's clear and it bubbles. Yeah, but not a lot. So I already know how this tastes, but let this be a surprise for you. So let's taste it. Okay, no aroma on burp. This beer is bitter. It's very bitter. And if you like bitter beer, this one is really good. I'm pretty sure this one has the least calories in all of these beers. If I remember correctly, it was something like 13 kilocalories per 1 deciliter. So this means less than 100 kilocalories the whole half liter. And I like this. It's really nice. Not a lot of foam and it's bitter, but it will take your thirst away. Right away. Very good. It doesn't contain a lot of carbon dioxide. The bitterness comes from the beer itself. Okay. Well, this was Jever FUM. It was fun. And now the next beer. So, the fourth beer, non-alcoholic beer to test is a brand that you might find, if you are lucky, outside Europe. And the brand in question is Paulaner. This is Hefe Weissbier, means it is Weiss beer. And now let's see what kind of sound this has. Not a lot. Sometimes these Weiss beers give a very distinctive, a lot of carbon dioxide there. Now let's see how it behaves. In experience, I know this one can produce a lot of foam. One should be really careful with this one. It can go over the glass if you pour it too quickly. And this is one reason why you cannot drink it direct from the bottle. If you do that, you will be experiencing a foam fountain. Not a very good thing to happen. And yes, this is also hazy. It means that there are these yeast particles, very small, in the beer. And now, let's taste it. This is good. It doesn't contain that much carbon dioxide as beers usually do. You could also see it when you open the bottle. And this one seems like it's not producing a burp at all. Let's see. Man, this is good. It's not bitter. Maybe, and just maybe, on the on somewhat sweet. No, it's right in the middle. Doesn't taste sweet at all, and it's very refreshing, and well, tastes like a good beer. Okay, like a good non-alcoholic beer. Done. Okay. Finally, it produced a burp, and I can tell this one has no aroma in the burp. That can be that the carbon dioxide produced and the foam thing and so on. I think they added carbon dioxide into this one later on. Okay. So, this was my fourth. So 2 liters done. Now let's see the next one. So, beer number 5 is a Pils from Germany. Kronbacher. So this one is alcohol-freies Pilsener. So let's open the bottle. Oh yeah, direct from my fridge, so doesn't make a lot of noise. And again, this glass, which is not for beer, at all. It's for wine. I believe white wine. Oh, ambulance. Yeah, maybe one is needed after that one. So, oh, this one generates quite a lot of foam, being a Pilsener. Ah, you don't usually see this to happen with this type of beers. This is really unusual. Well, let's see how it tastes. Mild aroma in burp, and the taste is, first you taste a little bit sweet, but then it becomes bitter, but not a lot. It varies. It's clear. This is quite good. It's not a strong taste, not at all. It's not watery. You usually this type of beers are really watery. Especially one of the brands we haven't yet tested is very watery. But let's see when I take the rest of it. Okay. Well, the fifth beer, it's a beer. It doesn't stick out from the crowd in any way. It's middle way taste, not sweet, not bitter, like the Jever. It was really bitter and good. This one, well, let's see the calories, sugar for the first. Oh, this has quite a lot of sugar. That explains the taste. It might be more bitter without the sugar. I would like beer without sugar. Okay, this was Krombacher. Now, to the next one. Beer number 6 is Weiss beer, wheat beer. And this one comes from Germany. And it's Franziskaner. This one is one of my personal favorites. It's, well, I have been drinking this quite a lot. But you never know how it tastes. Yes, you know. Let's see, when I open the bottle. Okay. And now, this one I know from experience. If you just pour it into your glass, it will not stay in your glass. So let's put it in a way that it stays in the glass and not comes out of it. Okay. Probably. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Successful. And now, this is again hazy, so you have the yeast particles there. And this one is somewhat darker than the other Weizen wheat beers I have been drinking. What about the sugar content? The previous one contained a lot of it. That one contains a little bit less, but still contains the sugar, so I'm expecting it to be somewhat sweet. But let's see now. Oh, I like these. These are really good. This has, it's not bitter at all. It's very mellow taste and not watery. Maybe the sugar helps on that one. And it's really nice. I suppose it's foaming inside me. Oh yeah, now. And the burp has a real aroma in it. I have been wrong in one thing with these videos. They always add some carbon dioxide into the beer. The process, how they take away the alcohol, it takes away the carbon dioxide at the same time. So you really need to add the carbon dioxide back into your beer. And but the aroma is probably coming from the beer itself, how the carbon dioxide interacts with the beer inside you. I don't know. But there is a distinctive, they taste, the burp has a different aroma in different beers. It really has. This one has quite an aroma, yes. I could drink this all day long. Not literally. You could be visiting your toilet also very often. So that was beer number 6. Let's see what is up to next. Okay, that was first episode of beer testing in finno-ugric machining. Well, being a Finnish guy, I should actually be testing vodka, but alcohol and machining, they just don't mix up well. My advice is to stay sober when you do something with your workshop. Machining and alcohol, no. Accidents can happen, and even more so if you are not in full control of yourself. Okay, till next time.